How are you doing, guys? My name is Jacob, and today we're taking a look at the Runcam Split and the perfect use for it that nobody's talking about. So just to get the basics out of the way, this is what you get in the package. So there are mainly three complaints that people make about this camera. First of all, it's the poorly placed Wi-Fi module bay. Now that one is pretty legit. It's pretty hard to get the Wi-Fi module in while it's inside of your quad. Although I don't really see people using the Wi-Fi, so it isn't really a problem. Secondly, people like to complain about the SD card holder. In some ways I do prefer this one though. It's a lot more secure, and don't tell me you haven't lost SD cards from the spring-loaded ones. And you can definitely build your design around the SD card holder. Or you can just have your USB port facing outwards, which is even better because then you never forget to actually put your SD card back in. Installation is quite simple. It uses the same standard Runcam cable. I would definitely recommend adding a diode here to prevent the Runcam Split from actually backfeeding your voltage regulator. I would also really recommend you to connect the TX and RX to your flight controller. This way you can then later configure it in Betaflight 3.2 or newer. That way you can have remote control of starting and stopping recording. Just go into the ports tab and configure the Runcam Split as a peripheral. Then go into the modes tab and configure the mode switch for camera power. That way you can start and stop recording with the press of a button. This is definitely one of my favorite features with the Runcam Split. Using this feature, you don't get stuck with 5 minutes of video looking into the grass while you're trying to find your quad. Now, the FPV feed actually looks really freaking good. Now, the Fat Shark goggles built-in DVR definitely doesn't do it justice, especially considering that I had to stretch the video as the recorder only records in 4:3. So keep that in mind while looking at this footage. The overall image looks a lot more natural and realistic compared to the Swift. However, it's not as contrasty and over-sharpened as the Swift, which means you'll have a harder time seeing small branches. I must say though, I really prefer this image. My absolute favorite thing with this device though is definitely the weight you're saving. So for instance, here I have the Xiaomi camera. It was the camera I used before, and it weighs about 69 grams. So let's take a look at the Runcam Split weight. And as you can see, it weighs around 25 grams. Now you're most likely replacing something like the Runcam Swift, which weighs around 13 grams. So you're probably saving around 50 to 60 grams depending on what action camera you use. In fact, even the GoPro Hero Session 5 weighs more than the Xiaomi camera at 73 grams. Everybody's talking about how the Runcam Split can offer HD video for a 3-inch or a 4-inch quad. But to be honest, I think the most revolutionary thing about the Runcam Split is the fact that you can put it on your 5-inch and actually upgrade from a 1300 to a 1800 mAh battery and still save weight. That way you will get way longer flights and way less voltage sag. And if you don't want to do that, you can just stick with the 1300s and get a lot better acceleration. The camera records 1080p 60fps, which looks really great, but if you use a standalone camera, you can definitely get some sharper footage. In my opinion, I don't really see the point of having a super expensive camera in front of your quad, which you will probably crash a lot. Also, I like saving the extra weight and the start and stop recording feature, so I definitely choose the Runcam Split every day of the week. Now, if all of this sounds interesting to you, don't forget to check out my Yin Yang frame review, where I build the ultimate Runcam Split drone. That's it for this time. I really hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.